The Navy wants a bigger fleet, and private industry needs to find the workers to build the ships.
Today, Newport News Shipbuilding reached out to a very logical pool of candidates, people who are already in the military but who soon will get out. 13 News Now reporter Mike Gooding has the story.
As things stand currently, Newport News Shipbuilding is hiring around 400 workers per month. That number would only seem to increase in the months ahead as the Navy builds out to a 355-ship fleet. The question is, where are they going to find the people? Maybe here at the Shipyard's 4th annual military immersion program for active duty career counselors and senior leaders from the various military branches. During the 4-day session, 12 participants are getting an inside look at shipyard operations to better understand what civilian careers are available for transitioning military members. Former Navy sailor Sultan Camp is now the Shipyard's military liaison. He says his military brothers and sisters make for good employees.
And in terms of having an opportunity where if you have a strong work ethic and a willingness to learn, you could come here and find your next career and really do very successful at it.
Today, participants got the trade experience at the Shipyard's Trades Training Center. There, the visiting military members learned from electricians, machinists, riggers, and others. This was the sheet metal class. The program opened some eyes.
Awesome. It was amazing to learn the great diversity of career fields and skill sets that they have offered here at the shipyard.
And with 8,000 to 12,000 military members transitioning from active duty to the private sector every year in Hampton Roads, this could be a true case of need intersecting with opportunity. Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.